another Lazy Travel Top 5 video. And today we're going to be talking about the top resorts in the Puerto Vallarta area. And that's going to include Puerto Vallarta, Riviera Nayarit, Punta Mita, that area. And we've done these type videos as far as a lot of them in Cancun, Riviera Maya area. And with those, we tend to make them more, put more filters on them, like doing family resorts or all-inclusive. This one is just in general, just the top resorts. Got with us today, we have Kathy, we got Audrey, and I'm Philip. And so, yes.
I was just going to say, if I could put in a couple of things. One is because there just flat aren't as many hotels in the Puerto Vallarta area, so we don't have to filter it as much. And the other thing to remember is that our top picks are at the end of the video, so you want to stay tuned all the way to the end.
Yeah, and in fact, I've got an extra bonus pick. Y'all may have it on your list, and if so, I'll talk about it then. But there's another one that I'll tell you why it's a bonus later on, but I think it's a legit reason to talk about being bonus. Other thing is that we're located in the Dallas area, and it's pretty much an equal flight distance getting to the Cancun area and Puerto Vallarta area. But boy, our customers seem to head toward the Cancun area, and there's really a lot in Puerto Vallarta that really should be checking out. And so these are some of the best resorts. Now, mind if I kick it off?
Go ahead.
All right, so my number 5 resort is going to be the Four Seasons Punta Mita. Now, Four Seasons, from a product standpoint for the customer, it's a fantastic product. Great property, great hardware. A little bit harder for us to deal with. We don't get the warm fuzzies from them we get from other ones. They aren't one that we would consider to be probably a preferred hotel as far as us working with them. But once we get the customer there, the customer has a great time. They're just not as easy to work with. This resort has about 200 rooms on it. They got a couple of golf courses they have access to give discounts to their customers. It is a AAA 5-diamond resort. Very nice resort. Great job. Not one of my favorites personally to work with, but I wouldn't mind going there at all.
Also, it seems like a lot of people that want a beach resort, they do want an all-inclusive.
A lot of times they do. Oh, that's a good point. This one is all-inclusive. This one is called European plan. So that means basically...
That means get out your wallet.
Yeah, that means you'll be paying for the drinks and the food there.
Yeah, and at Four Seasons prices.
On my list, I will have a mixture of both, and I'll try to remember to tell you which one's which.
All of mine are all-inclusive.
Oh, they really?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, so my number 5 is Secrets Vallarta Bay. Okay. You can always count on a Secrets. They're adults only, all-inclusives. It's a mid-sized resort. It's not huge. It's not tiny. And if you've been at a Secrets anywhere else, you pretty much know what to expect on the Secrets there. One little pro tip: if you go out the front door, turn left. There's about 5 private massage places right there that are super affordable and a great addition to your trip. So there you go.
That's right. I've done that too. That same property. You're right. Yeah. You're right there. Secrets resorts. We love them. We love that family. One thing we make fun of them about, man, their spot prices are really expensive. Really expensive. But like you said, you're probably talking about a 5-minute walk, maybe 3-minute walk from the front gate to the discounted places. What is your number 5?
You know, my 5 is actually also Secrets Vallarta Bay.
And we did not compare lists before we did.
So, again, Secrets are very solid. They're all over the place. I think they're pretty consistent for the most part in terms of level of service, level of food. But the reason I chose this one as number 5 is absolutely based on location. While I didn't know about the massage places next door, I think it's conveniently located, so it's close to the airport for a shorter getaway. It's also closer to downtown if you want to get out and experience the destination, because I think that was my favorite part of Puerto Vallarta, was the little boardwalk area in downtown.
Yeah, one important thing to note about Puerto Vallarta is that it existed before tourism. Like Cancun did not exist before tourism. It is created for tourism, whereas Puerto Vallarta actually existed as a place where people actually lived and had lives, and it has history and everything else. And when you said Secrets are all over the place, you didn't mean in quality, you meant geographically.
Oh, yes,
there are
absolutely.
Secrets in lots of different destinations.
And one weakness with my list that I realized after I put it together is that I love Puerto Vallarta. I love, like you talk about the boardwalk, none of mine are in Puerto Vallarta. Mine are all out in Riviera Nayarit and Punta Mita, so that may have been a mistake on my part, but she's right. You want to get out and do the boardwalk area. What's your number 4?
All right, my number 4 is Mirabelle Distinct. And the whole name is actually Mirabelle Distinct Residences. And a big calling card for this hotel is going to be that it's 2, 3, and 4 bedroom units. They're like little houses, basically. And it's a beautiful property for one thing. It is all inclusive, but the big thing is say if you're couples traveling together or you're a large family traveling together, there's just something special about having a living room area. You know, if you get like 3 different hotel rooms, like where are you going to hang out at night? Where are you going to play board games? Where are you going to sit and watch a movie? There's nowhere for that if you're just in 3 separate regular hotel rooms. But if you're in a 3-bedroom residence, now you have a place to connect more. And so I really appreciate that. So that's why I'm choosing Mirabelle Distinct.
Nice. What's your number 4?
So my number 4 is actually Mirabelle Harmony. So it's going to be their adults-only property, all-inclusive. My favorite things about it is it's a little bit quieter, a little more wellness-focused. I remember you came back from there recently and said you did a sound healing, which I think is super interesting.
Yeah.
And additionally, it's located on these nice cliffs, so I think the views of the Pacific are great.
It's amazing views at Harmony, for sure.
Fantastic. My number 4 is I am going with Secrets, but my Secrets is Bahia Mita. This is a newer property, has a couple of hundred, about 250 to 275 rooms at this property. This place has a similar feel to Secrets Moche, which we are big fans of in the Riviera Maya, Playa del Carmen area. It seems like that these resorts have really figured out, the Secrets in particular, that some of the best space that they have is rooftop. And they're really starting to utilize that. And this is another one that utilizes the rooftop space with these beautiful views, have spaces up there that the customer can enjoy. Anyway, Secrets, great product. This is a newer one, very good. I think the only drawback to this one, and drawback's a strong word, but it is right there. They have a Dreams right there beside it, which is a family one. They got a couple of shared spaces thing, but I don't think, being on the Secret side, I don't think you're going to come in contact with too many kids. But they do have a couple of shared areas.
It's the same with Secrets Fire to Bay. There's Dreams connected to it as well.
Good deal. So number 3, what you got for number 3?
My number 3 is going to be Hotel Musai.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Look at you.
Yes.
Okay. I really thought of that one. Yeah.
I like that one a lot. Part of the reason I like it is it's the contemporary sleek style, but I love that they have these little accents and touches of color that offer, like, I think it warms up all of the rooms. And, you know, it's a nice boutique little hotel on a hillside. Now, the one drawback I will say is there's technically about a 10-minute walk to the beach. But when you look at really large resorts, I feel like there's sometimes a 10-minute walk to the beach anyways. You know, it's going to be adults only. They do all-inclusive rates, but primarily they're going to be EP, so European plans. And I think it's great for honeymooners who are looking for something a little bit different, a little bit quieter. And I just think it's such a gorgeous hotel that it's hard to leave off the list.
Boy, I really considered it, but I didn't know that much about it. That was around almost too long there, because it did look great for me personally. And when I brought Secrets a little while ago, I think you already know this, but that is an all-inclusive. So my number 3 is going to be, is not all-inclusive. This is a European plan property. It's called the St. Regis Punta Mita. Very high-end. It's going to be, you talked about Four Seasons earlier, St. Regis, high price point, luxury hotel, high price point, beautiful resort. It is spread out over 22 acres, has about 115 rooms on it. This is also a 5-diamond resort with AAA. So this is one that is a preferred hotel of ours, and so people who book with us for this property, some of the things that we can give them is they get free breakfast, which is expensive at these places, $100 hotel credit, and if available, free upgrade and early and late checkout that you get. But anyway, it's a beautiful high-end resort, spread out, 22 acres, beautiful place.
Yeah, just touching back on Hotel Masai for a minute. Hotels that have EP and all-inclusive always make me nervous because people need to be really careful as to which one they booked. So you go down there with the right expectations.
Yeah, it can be.
Absolutely.
You got to be sure.
Yeah.
How about you?
My number 3 is Secrets Bahia Mita, which you talked about.
That's me. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Anything to add or
just
piggyback?
I think you covered it.
Yeah, I did. Okay, my number 2 resort is going to be Grand Bayless Riviera Nayarit. This isn't all-inclusive. It is about 250 rooms, 265 rooms. Again, AAA 5-diamond resort. It's wonderful. I mean, there's a very high-end all-inclusive. Sometimes all-inclusives get a rap of the food and drink not being maybe as good as other places. This place has got serious food, serious drink.
Yeah.
Very, very good. Great place. It is again a preferred hotel of ours. So, you know, with us, they let us give our customers a $50 spa credit. $50 credit for some of their private experiences, which are going to be like excursions that you can take places, and upgrade if available also. But this property has like 4 or 5 floors, so it's that kind of a configuration, ocean view, beautiful resort. I love Grand Bayless. I've been very fortunate, to stay at their properties, and very great food, great drink, great experience. How about you? Number 2 for you.
Yeah, so I have something in my eyes.
Okay.
Point that out. My number 2 is Mirabelle Residences.
That was yours.
I have stayed there a number of times. We already did touch on the spa. They have rooms, like they have the India room and the Thailand room and the Mexico room and the Italy room, and you have all these treatments that are centered around that destination. It's pretty amazing. Also, another thing about Mirabelle Residences is that it's very close to Sayulita. That's a place that a lot of people like to visit when they go to Puerto Vallarta. It's a charming little village, and it's much closer to Mirabelle Residences than it is if you're staying in Puerto Vallarta, so that's another calling card for it. But the other thing I wanted to say about Mirabelle in general, and this stands for Armani, the Mirabelle Distinct, which I spoke of before, and they have another hotel, Mirabelle Emotions, which did not make my list, but is fine for what it is the people at Mirabelle. In the travel industry, we always joke that you could take a list of names and a list of hotels, put them in a paper bag, and spill them out. This one is with this company this week, and this one's with that company next week, and so on and so forth. We've had the same people that work with Mirabelle, the same representatives, the same personnel, for as long as we've been in the travel industry.
Yeah, forever.
And so to me, that speaks volumes about a company if you can keep a hold of people in an industry where typically it's so transient and so you skip around. So I think that speaks volumes, and I know firsthand that Mirabelle is so open to improvement. They want to know how they can improve. They accept feedback, and they actually make changes based on recommendations. So very high recommendation for all the Mirabelle properties.
There you go. How about you?
So my number 2 is also Grand Bayless, Riviera Nayarit.
There you go.
I think this is a great property. It's all inclusive, like you mentioned, and it's also family friendly. And so I think the big draw with this property is it becomes a nice place for people who are formerly adults only luxury travelers to still enjoy that level of luxury, that level of service, that level of food and drink, without having to sacrifice all of the family friendly kids amenities, which I think sometimes you have to choose your trade-off once you start to get into family-friendly all-inclusives. And I think Grand Bayless really circumvents that, which is super nice.
Really great kids program there.
Yeah.
Really good kids program there.
They even have like baby concierge.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Really good kids program. That's a good point. I think the family part, that's important.
But at the same time, it's not Disney World.
No, it's not.
Like if you're not taking kids, you can feel totally great going to Grand Bayless. That is not a problem.
There are some luxury hotels who say, "We'll allow kids. We're not marketing for them.
Yeah.
And they have no facilities.
We have no
for
facilities
them.
for them. You want to bring them? That's fine." These guys have a pretty cool kid program. They'll keep the kids busy. What's number 1 for you?
My number 1 is the Grand Bayless.
Look at you.
Yeah. So they have their one this year, 2022, as a matter of fact, Condé Nast Traveler Breeders' Choice Award. They, as Philip said, 5-dive in AAA. They have TripAdvisor Best Luxury Hotel in the World. It's just an outstanding hotel. Great food. Like we said, they do have lots of amenities for families, and at the same time, it's not Disney World, like I said before. So I just can't say enough about Grand Bayless, and I can't imagine what these guys' number 1 is beyond Grand Bayless. So I'm eager to hear.
I'm wondering who your number 1 is.
My number 1 is actually one and only Mandarina.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
A brand new property in a smaller development, a newer development in the Puerto Vallarta, Riviera Nayarit area. It is EP, so there's going to be a little bit of money coming out of pocket when you stay there. But I'll be honest, I'm just a sucker for luxury in the jungle. There's something so nice and so separate about all of their little, they have luxury treehouse suites, which I think is really nice. It's a great way to disconnect from social media, disconnect from all your stresses of life and enjoy nature. And I think it's a great property for honeymooners and things like that. So.
Very good. Yeah. My number 1 is one and only Mandarina. Me also. So anyway, to be clear, this is you do have the jungle feel. You're in the jungle, but it is ocean view. I mean, it's right there. I mean, so it's not like you're inland a whole lot. It is right there, and the treehouse suites are so cool. I so want to stay in a treehouse suite. I really, really do. So
If I could make a point
Yeah.
about our different number ones,
Yeah.
and that is like a hotel's choice is such a personal thing. Like to me, I would not relax. It does not feel like luxury to me to spend so much money while I'm on my vacation. So for me, I would choose Grand Bayless because to me that's more relaxing is to have everything included.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Right. Absolutely. So we matched. The one that I have my bonus, if y'all will indulge me,
Okay.
please, is called Naviva. It opened just a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. This is a Four Seasons property. It's about a mile away from the Four Seasons. It has 30 guests, so about 15 rooms, 48 acres.
Wow.
Now this is the ones on my list. You're talking about one and only, Grand Bayless, St. Regis, Four Seasons. It's really expensive. I mean, these are really high dollar amount. This one is above and beyond that. It's gonna be the most expensive one of the group we listen to. We have not seen anyone there yet, and I haven't personally seen it yet. So that's why I didn't actually officially put it on my list. But I'm really excited to see that one. So that was my little bonus.
All right.
Good deal. Well, thank y'all for joining us, and we'll see you next time.